panic disorder, rage, severe depression. On top of all that, I'm stressing. Took a blind date to my therapy session and then tried to kill her. Her first impression was I'm groovy, I need a lumbotomy. But when I press play, trouble leaves up out of me. Fuck the real world and my fat ass stuck in. Cause in my music, hotties are fucking expression, getting out all I wrote. Depression, ripping out all your throat. And if my hearing was ever to go, mass murder would be inevitable.
Welcome to another episode of Maniacal Music Musings. I'm your host, Jeremy, as always. Now, I'm slowly growing deaf listening to Chancy's albums. The carousel of genres makes me feel like my ass is on fire. I put on a poker face and take the high road, but it hasn't set me over the deep end just yet. To bring it home, let me say I just need to ventilate. My co-host, though, he's a gangster, but he's no killer. He's on his way back from Anthrax Island, fuel injected with bad dreams from the experiences of the Dark Riders. He loves to riot all over my country and tell people the business. Chancy motherfucking Grave.
Hi.
I'm proud of that one. But
That was good.
and I literally used every song on my list except one, I think.
Yeah.
That took skill because I got a lot of honorable mentions on one CD. But wonder which one. But yes, we are back this week because with no guests, unfortunately. But our guests couldn't make it this week, and we had these albums picked out for a guest we were supposed to have back in January that didn't work out. So we figured we would bring you the honor of us doing 3 albums ourselves. And it's gonna be interesting, I would say the least, as always, when it's just 2 Musers and 2 CDs or 3 CDs. But the first CD we will talk about tonight was originally the guests. We're not gonna say who it was because we don't want to do it. We don't put people's names in our mouths. Put it that way. But the CD was "Who Kill" by the Yard Tunes or Tune Yards.
Tune Yards.
Yeah. Okay.
tape for posterity?
Ruining the tape.
Life in the city. Makes more sense when Jesus calls. Bang, bang, oh, I ain't never moved to. Bang, bang, oh, I ain't never moved to my hood. Cause danger is crawling out the wood. Bang, bang, oh, I ain't never moved to my hood. Cause danger is crawling out the. Bang, bang, oh, my hood. Cause danger is crawling out the wood. Bang, bang, oh, my hood. Cause danger is crawling out the wood. Bang, bang,
I'm sorry, I'm not looking at it, so I don't remember who the hell. I never heard of them, so. But needless to say, personally, the CD to me was funky as hell and kind of interesting. Like, it was weird. It was some weird ass music. I will say that straight out the gate. But
Facts.
I kind of enjoyed some of the songs. Not a lot of them, but I enjoyed some of them. And I can't say I'll ever turn it on again or check out the other CDs, but it's an experience, and that's what the show's about. And I enjoyed the experience, to some degree, at least. Which I'll talk about more in my top 5. But what did you think of this proposed guest CD?
Well, I mean, I liked the conflict between the melody and the lyrics. Because, like, there was a lot of interesting, upbeat sounding stuff, and it included lyrics that were kind of, like, impactful and insightful at the same time.
Yeah.
I can also agree that I probably wouldn't go back to it. I can't say I wouldn't check out their other stuff if I was asked to do so, but I'm not going to do it voluntarily. Like,
Oh, yeah. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. But, I mean, I don't know. It reminds me of Hilly H, or Hell Yeah, however you say it. But
hell yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me of them, but not done as well as them. I mean, in my opinion, at least. But I don't know. It was an interesting CD, to say the least. And if the person who was the guest ever hears this, thank you for suggesting it. But you got your pussy in your face again?
Yeah, it's just Izzy. He's just making sure everything's all right.
Well, I did have a top 5 for his CD, the guest CD, but no honorable mentions. But picking out a top 5 was kind of hard enough. But
I actually did have an honorable mention on this one. Just one, though.
No, you didn't. But my number 5 was Business. Now, I don't remember the CD at all. I tried listening to it a little bit today. I was just like, no. But that's not true completely. I did listen to like my 2 favorite songs. But number 5 was Business. Number 4 was Riot Riot, because that song was actually catchy, I remember. Number 3 was My Country, because that song was weird as hell, and I kind of enjoyed it. But number 2 was Killa, because I actually like that song. That song's pretty banging. And number 1, which I did this again today, was Gangsta, because that was like a wannabe rap song with people who don't know how to rap, so they try to put music behind it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was my top 5. And I vaguely remember the rest of the CD because it was so long ago. I listened to this like a month ago, literally. So, So what were your top 5 for the proposed?
my honorable mention was actually Killa. Number 5 for me was Power. Number 4 was Riot Riot, and I liked it because of the conflict of the lyrics. There's a lyrics in there that says, "I hate you but want to fuck." I was like, wait, what?
Well, it's a thing.
Number 3 was Woolly Woolly Gun.
Yeah, that song was pretty cool, but I didn't want to put it on my list.
Number 2 was Business.
Mm-hmm.
And number 1 was Doorstep.
I don't remember that one per se, but
I think it might have been kind of like an intro.
Oh, that's probably why. That explains it. But no, I mean, and yes, Chancy, hate fucking is a thing. How do you think Vito gets laid?
He doesn't.
He had to at some point.
Well, I mean,
alcohol's a wonderful thing.
That was a hot time. That was,
Yeah. Back in the day. But overall, I mean, this CD wasn't bad. I mean, if I heard it randomly at a concert as like an opening act, I might actually be impressed. If I was live doing that shit, but I mean, other than that, I don't know. I definitely would never listen to their CD at FYE and then buy it like I used to do a lot of music I brought in the show. So if I listen to FYE, my face would probably be like, "What the fuck is this?" But
for real.
But out of 10, I'd maybe give it a 4.
Yeah, I was gonna say 4 to 6, one of the two. In between that range.
Yeah, well, I didn't mind it, but I didn't mind it too much. But let's go on to a CD that I love personally because it's my CD. And my CD was Swollen Members' Bad Dreams because I heard his CD previews of it anyway, and I was like, what the fuck am I gonna match this to? Like, I cannot think of anything to match this to. But I was just like, you know what? That rap, that like, because I think I put on Gangster, and it was like that right away, and that was like that, and a Killer, and that was like that rap rock combo almost. And I was like, time to finally bring some Swollen Members on here, because.
Da 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 da. Swollen, always brings it home. Always brings it. We do it up where we belong. And Mocha only always brings it home. Mocha always brings it. Let's do it up and keep it on.
We built a foundation, brick by brick. Eye for an eye, keep your eyes on this. Cause shadows move in the strangest forms. A music in your ear is like a dangerous storm. And when we perform, it's a whole new arena. We raise the stakes while you follow the leader. This song's a heater, long live the speaker. S&M, the name explains the main feature.
I'm an abnormal creature with pummeling action. Feature presentation plus a common attraction. Asians, Iranians, all same opinion. Indians, blacks and whites and East Indians. Latins, girls draped in lace and satin. North Van to Venice, T-Dot to Manhattan. All get the picture, stop fighting, biting. Bad chops exciting, strike a white lightning.
Swollen, always brings it home. Swollen, always brings it. We do it up where we belong. And Mocha only always brings it home. Mocha always brings it. Let's do it up and keep it on. Where would we be in the world if we never did our thing? Please believe me, it's my world. Everybody hear me say that. If you never heard of us, I'm sorry you ain't hip. There's another chance because we always come equipped. Mocha love the ladies and the ladies love it. Smoke. And no need to argue cause I'm just a yo. Take it with a grain of salt or maybe with your strength. Make the swollen members cause they keep the party crank. Like dang, diggy, dang, diggy, dang, dang. Cause we bring it home, put it on, make it bang.
I stay low to the ground so I can keep my balance. The element of surprise, the advantage of silence. And all you root beer motherfuckers floating around, I'll pop your top, you must be watered down. No fears, no glowing lights and showbiz. Young kids, I'll show you whose show it is. Swollen members hit hard like Heartbreak Ridge. I put my heart into this, no alternative.
That's affirmative. We burn with passion, smashing, flashing on kids too concerned with fashion. Handling my business, we last longest. My whole Congress, strongest King Kong is. Sledgehammer, grammar, thunderbolt, yo. Mad child, what you got under your coat? Adrenaline pumping, I'm swinging the axe. Pulling members, bring it home, I'm focusing on the tracks. Come on.
Swollen, always brings it home. Swollen, always brings it. We do it up where we belong. And Mocha only always brings it home. Mocha always bring it. Let's do it up and keep it on. And while the Viking always brings it home, we do it up where we belong.
They are one of my favorite rap duos, and I had to bring them in. So I was like, all right, what CD? And I was like, well, Bad Dreams has a couple songs on it I freaking love. So, though, I mean, that's why I brought it on, but there are honestly better CDs I could have brought on. Beautiful Death Machine would have been a good one, or there's other ones. There's just, or Heavy Metal, but
Yeah.
they have a lot of good CDs. But Mad Child and Prevail it's funny. It's like the short hobbit looking white guy with 1,000 tattoos and the taller dread African American guy. Like, they just make a good team. And it's like they're broken up now, which sucks because Mad Child owns all the music on Spotify, but that's why his name's on every track next to Swole Members, even though he is Swole Members. But I mean, Mad Child's solo career still goes. Mad Child's one of those rappers that he won contests in the 90s for like being the king of speed rapping. And the king of not improv, but what do you call it? Not improv, but
Freestyle?
Freestyle, yeah, the king of freestyle. Like, I don't know why I couldn't think of that. Actually, I did think of it, but I'm like, that's not the right word. Yeah, I mean, people say like that whenever anybody that really knows his music says like, you think Eminem can freestyle, you ain't heard Mad Child freestyle. Like, he's won. There's a competition out in the West. It's called King of something or something like that. But he's won it. He won it like 2 or 3 years of it. And then he got banned from the United States for a while and was stuck in Canada, where he's from. But he also, he was doing a lot of drugs at that time, and he went through the whole I'm an addict and then rehab type thing. And now he's clean, and he does a lot of music about like trying to stay clean and shit. So, but we'll be getting to solo Mad Child eventually, and both solo Mad Child and Swole Members will be brackets eventually someday, but not sure when. But I personally love this CD to some degree. It's not one of my favorites by them, but it's a good CD. And it has a lot of appearances from other rappers and DJs that you probably never heard of. And also, last thing I'll say is Swole Members were signed to Suburban Noise Records for a long time. Cottonmouth Kings label.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they were signed to that label for a long time. That's why like they've worked with ICP and stuff too because of that. And they've worked with a lot of other rappers. Mad Child especially. But and Mad Child had a lot of other rappers, like big rappers on his stuff as well. They've been around the block. I mean, my brother saw them open for Jedi Mind Tricks back in the late 90s. So they get around. But what did you think of Swollen Members? Since I think you've heard them before on another bracket they were on because it was.
I believe so, yeah. Honestly, I'm a sucker for a sample, especially a good one. Musically alone, I'd say I'd probably have to go maybe like 5 to 6.5. but when you include those samples in there, solid 7.
You don't think Mad Child has a good flow?
It's not that I don't think he has a good flow. It's just kind of like, not to sound cliche, but like a lot of the bands that, like, you know, a lot of the bands, they all kind of have a similar sounding voice, like tone and intonation. So at some point you're almost like, am I listening to E? No, I'm not listening to Esham. Who is this? Is this fucking Scum? This ain't Scum. It's just,
how are you comparing Mad Child to Scum or Esham? They sound nothing like him.
I mean,
And lyrically, they don't have the same words as him, like, ever. Like, they are way more brutal than he is.
lyrically you're correct, but like intonation and tone, they definitely share octaves. But like I said, I mean, I can't shit on it too hard, man. Fucking, I got 5, and I enjoyed all 5 of the ones I picked.
Motherfucker's got 5, and I guarantee the first one's the intro. I guarantee it. But
What do you mean? What do you mean? How dare you be so bold, sir?
oh, I dare. I fucking dare. But I have 5 honorable mentions for the CD.
Of course you do.
Because how could I not? It was a long CD. I mean, it had like.
It really was.
And I didn't realize that till I freaking chose it and like sent it already. But I was like, oh well. I mean, it's 12 members. No one's like,
That's probably why they didn't show up. They were like, yeah, I'm not fucking listening to all that shit.
Yeah. I don't know, but
That was a joke.
I know. I mean, they actually are a very popular rap group. They're not. It's not like they're even underground, really.
No, I looked them up. They are somebody. And they're not bad at all. Like, I just give you shit.
Oh, I know. I feel like I'm bleeding out my ass, Chancy. But
you should go see a doctor about that, dude.
oh, I've had to. It's not fun. But if you ever want to get a dildo up the ass, go to a proctologist.
If a woman, huh?
Yeah, so if you ever want to get a dildo up your ass, basically, go to a proctologist.
Oh, I've already had a colonoscopy. I had an endoscopy and a colonoscopy on the same day. They were trying to figure out what the fuck was wrong with my stomach. And they didn't think it was very funny when I was like, hey, make sure you don't get them mixed up because I don't want to go have any medical ass-to-mouth situations. They did not find that funny at all.
But no, fucking, yeah, no. Hemorrhoids suck. And God, you probably look like fucking Cartman on the table when the aliens are probing him.
I don't know. I was asleep. I don't give a shit. I'm pretty sure I fell off the table, though, and they didn't tell me about it because I woke up feeling like I got beat up by like 4 people.
Yeah, I mean, I've had endoscopy, and just that alone, you wake up like groggy as fuck. But and you feel like you got fucking throat fucked, basically. But my first honorable mention, number 10, as you call it, was Poker Face, because that's a damn good song, and I like that they kind of did it before Lady Gaga did that. But number 9 was Ventilate, because I like the theme of that song. I like that it's kind of about them trying to work out their issues by rapping with each other.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, yeah, Dre and Eminem did it too a little bit, but it's just, I mean, they the way they do it is so clever. It's just clever, and like I was always like, shit. I was almost like, shit. Me and Chancy need to do a rap like this. But number 8 was Full Contact, because I love the beat in that song. It's a good opener song, actually.
Yeah.
Number 7 was Deep End.
Yeah, Deep End. I remember that one.
That was a good one, yeah. Number 6 was Dark Riders, because it's kind of like a cool biker song almost. Number 5 was High Road, because that actually is him. That's one of the song. That's one of the few songs you hear on Swole Members where he actually talks about his drug issues and like trying to come back from shit. Number 4 was Bad Dreams, the title track of the album, because it's a songs like that they do that are like kind of mental based or like crazy as hell, like the lyrics they use in them. Number 3 is Anthrax Island. Like, I just love that song. Like, I love that fucking beat. I love the lyrics. I love the flow. It's just such a good song.
Yeah.
Number 2, though. Number 2, Fuel Injected. The beat in that is fucking outrageous.
So sick.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, and their flow is so good. And I mean, I love how they always like, because Matt Childs always calls himself the Silver Surfer, and Prevail always calls himself Spider-Man. So like they always introduce each other as Silver Surfer and the Spider-Man, and they'll throw in other comic references as well. But
yeah,
and Mocha Only, who was on a couple of songs on the CD, was originally the third member of Soul Members, but he left to pursue a solo career. Or at least I believe that's what he did. But and of course, number 1 was Bring It Home.
right on.
Like, if you're driving around stoned, like, that's just a damn good song to have playing, because it's like the da-da, 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 da-da. Like, it's like,
yeah.
I mean, it almost sounds like a fucking Stevie Wonder song or some shit.
A little bit.
But it's just, it's just a good song. Like that, Bring It Home and Fuel Injector are the reason I picked the CD, literally, because those 2 songs are incredible. Like, I should have brought Beautiful Death Machine, because there's a music video for the one song on that CD I fucking love.
Yeah.
And like that was one of their last CDs too they did together, and it's a really like it was like I think that was like 2001 or something like that. It was like one of their last CDs they did together, and it's just insanely like it's when they mastered their craft was their last couple CDs, and then they just Prevail. They split up. I think when he got banned out of the States is when they split up for a while, and then his drug issues I think pushed Prevail away or something. I'm really not. I honestly haven't looked at the story of theirs in a long time, so I'd forget what the details are, but people can look into it if they want. Matt also does stuff. He just released Shane 2. He releases Matt solo, well, not Matt solo albums. He was pulling that, before somebody named Chris Webby was pulling that Webby shit. Matt Child used to do Matt Child Mondays and release like free EPs or free singles on Mondays.
Yeah.
Yeah, but before Webby Wednesdays Q. But so yeah, it's just Matt Child has done a lot for his fans. He loves his fans, and some of his videos are fucking awesome. Like the solo album actually was originally going to bring to the episode this week. The one song on that, it has his girlfriend at the time in it, and she's basically like undressing the whole video, and it's freaking, she's so hot. But
oh yeah, the king of pain, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So hopefully we get a chance to record that one this weekend sometime, but we'll see. Yeah. I don't know. It's a busy weekend for both of us at this point already, so we'll see.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I mean, you got 3. I got 2 that I know of at least. I might have more. I don't freaking know.
Well, I know they moved BB to Sunday, and then I think outside of that, I mean, wait, what are we doing something this weekend? Is it the Killers?
We have 2 brackets this weekend.
Are we doing Chuck Berry this weekend too?
Yeah. It's the last
Holy shit.
It's the last weekend of the month.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
Yep.
Shit. Okay.
It'll keep you busy at least. But
yeah.
So what were your top 5 for Swollen members?
Number 5 for me was Camouflage. I really liked
didn't like that
You
song
didn't like
really a lot.
you didn't like that one? I thought I liked it, man. I thought it was catchy.
Because I listened to Swell Members today. Like that's what I listened to on the way home after we decided we were doing this today. So
Number 4 for me was Fuel Injection with all the, all the references that had in it. That was solid for me. Let's see. Number 3 was Burns and Scars because I love that Godfather sample that they had in there.
yeah.
Number 2 was The Reflection because it's basically like another intro inside of the album itself. And number 1 is obviously the intro, but specifically because of the Natural Born Killer sample.
Yeah.
I fucking love that. Dude, I'm a sucker for a good sample. And Natural Born Killers is probably one of my top 20 favorite movies. I can't even pick a top 10.
Yeah. So I figured.
Well, of course you did. Anytime there's an intro on any album that comes our way, it's going on my number 1.
Oh, I know all too well, my friend. All too well. But all right, so it's time then to leave behind our swollen members and take our hand off it for a second. But that means we're going to get to talk about Chancy CD. And Chancy, why did you bring this CD?
Honestly, because this band is a direct influence to one of my favorite bands, Dog Fashion Disco. And that is Mr. Bungle. And I brought their self-titled album. I mean, if you actually listen to the album through and through, you will clearly hear so many things that you can be like, oh, dude, that's DFD for sure. Dog Fashion Disco here, Dog Fashion Disco there. I mean, I was first exposed to the band when I first got sick with my stomach ailment. So all I could do is train my dog and play guitar. And I would listen to my satellite radio, and I had it on the heavy metal station. And one of the song "My Ass Is on Fire" would always play on that station, and then it would also play the live version. And in the live version, it really catches your attention because it starts off the whole thing by "Don't you fucking look at me," and then it's just little symbols like it's like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. It's something, all right. It's something.
Honestly, and another thing before I ask you your opinion on the thing, the lead singer of that album is hands down easily the best living singer of our time. Mike Patton, for sure. Like he's such a talented and famous singer that he is asked on his off time to go to Italy to I don't know what it's called specifically, but there is a like extremely exclusive type of music and singing that he is specifically asked to do. And that ain't nothing to shake a stick at.
Yeah, it's definitely not. But I don't know. Well, if your ass wasn't on fire yet, it's about to be. But I will say that this CD is unlike anything I've ever heard in my life. And the songs are fucking long as the day is. Literally. And I just, oh my God. Some of them I actually had to like, the last two, it would get to like 2 minutes. I'd be like, can't do it anymore. Like, need the next song. It's just like, and it was just
you're missing out on so much.
It's like Mr. Bungle is like if the Beatles went to India and just came back.
How dare you, sir?
And it came back so full on drugged out that this is what they produced.
I mean, literally, like, this is what he did after Faith No More. I mean, this is the farthest thing from it. This is the farthest thing from the India Beatles that you could possibly imagine.
Or it kind of reminds me of that stuff Dewey Cox was making after he was all drugged out.
I'll accept that. That's good.
But I don't know. This isn't a band I probably won't ever go back to unless I'm asked to, and even then I'm gonna be like, you son of a bitch. But it's just, I don't know.
I mean, literally though.
Bungle, but I never checked them out, and don't know why.
Like, there's lyrics in some of these songs like "knock her up or during supper." Are you fucking kidding me? That's fucking hilarious.
I mean,
carve a smile on your face. You know, Sade, sweetest taboo, butter gutter. Like, those aren't even song titles. Those are just things that are said in songs.
I know, but it just I heard the lyrics. I heard the lyrics, but I mean, the music I listen to, I hear fucked up shit like that all the time that's catchy like that. But it's just, I don't know. It's just not something that clicked with me. That's all it was. It's just something that didn't click with me at all. Like, I couldn't sit there and enjoy it while driving. Like, my head just wanted to hear my music at that point. Like, it's just like, put on Small Members again. Jesus Christ. But I don't know. I don't know personally. I just couldn't get into it. But that's
all right, man. It's not, it's not for everybody. Especially those that lack taste. I mean, you can't help yourself.
Motherfucker. Motherfucker. If I went around and handed out a free Small Member CD and a free Mr. Bungle CD, I'm pretty sure a lot of people come back and be like, yo, that Small Members is awesome. What the fuck is this?
I would almost take that bet, considering that Mike Patton's a well-known person from not only Faith No More, but, around the world.
So is Matt Child.
Yeah.
He's known worldwide.
He may be known worldwide, but he's not he's not a part of an exclusive band that only does certain things in Italian.
Well, I don't know what to tell you,
but anyway, your top 5, sir, if you would, please.
Well, yours first, your CD.
Oh, right. Well, I mean, I'm pulling a Jeremy, so that's why I said you go first, because there's 10 tracks and I got them all here.
True. All right. So since Chancy is pulling a J Soul member, then we are gonna go with my top 5, I guess. And number 5 was quote unquote. Don't remember why, because I haven't listened to any of these songs in like a month. But okay, some of them I remember though. Number 4, which this song I only liked because of the funky Elvis-like music in the beginning, and it kind of pissed me off the rest of the song. It's Slowly Growing Deaf.
Yeah.
Because I seriously was like, what the fuck's up with my volume? And then all of a sudden it's like, you asshole! Number 3 was My Ass Is on Fire, because that was a funny-ass song.
Oh, it's yeah.
Number 2 was Carousel, because I actually remember the music in that was pretty damn good. Number 1, of course, if you can't guess, because I'm sure you could, it's Girls of Porn.
I knew it. Yeah.
Yeah. Girls of Porn is just a damn good song, and it's catchy as shit. It's right up my alley.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. But let's hear your pulling of a J.
Okay. So for number 10 for me was Stub. And then number 9 was Egg. Number 8 was Love is a Fist.
That's very good.
Isn't it though? Number 7 was Dead Goon. Number 6 was Slowly Going Deaf. And number 5 was Quote Unquote. Number 4 was Carousel. Number 3 was The Girls of Porn. Number 2 was Squeeze Me Macaroni.
Yeah.
And number 1 for me is always going to be My Ass Is on Fire, because that's the first song I ever heard from that band, and it's great. It's just great.
Yeah, I mean, it's My Ass on Fire is a damn good song, but
It is.
But these songs are just too damn long, and it wasn't like a Nightwish song that's 20 minutes long where they keep you interested the whole time.
Well, I mean, it's a satirical avant-garde neo-noir sort of thing, like extremely experimental. It's basically Mike Patton's way of winding down from doing stuff like Faith No More.
Mm.
And from that band stemmed Dog Fashion Disco. So that in and of itself places a very special spot in my heart for the band just on its own. Because without Bungle, there would be no DFD. Well, not necessarily, but a large part of what made DFD was Mr. Bungle.
No, I mean, I can't say I hear the similarities really, only to some degree, but if DFD really came from that, then I thank them for that. But yeah, but I don't know, just not something that clicked with me. That's all. I don't know. We'll see. And we'll see, audience, who will be having as a guest next week, because right now I'm not 100% sure. I got to look at the list. But we will see, my friends. We will see. But be sure to be on the lookout for the Chuck Berry bracket, which will be dropping a couple of days after this episode drops. And if you like serial killers, be sure to be on the lookout on Paranormal New Normal for the serial killers bracket coming soon. But it'll probably be released around the same time, I'm sure. But Chancy, where can they find you?
Well, as you know, they can find me on the Book of Faces under my name. They can find me on Instagram and TikTok under the Red Eye Roundtable. They can find me on Twitter under Red Eye Table, because Twitter sucks a bag full of dicks. And, I was just recently on Crime Rewind with Shanna and Amanda. And Amanda. Yep. I think Casey was on there too, if I'm not mistaken. Basically, out there trying to get any kind of exposure that's decent, mind you. I ain't trying to go on no indecent exposure charges.
But those are fun ones.
Not really, because that's how you end up on a list and have to knock on to other people's doors and be like, in accordance to Megan's Law, fucking.
Well, yes, as all the listeners know, you can find me on Facebook as Paranormal New Normal / Maniacal Music Musings podcast with the S group. You can find me on Twitter and the Gram as @JugglerBastard. You can find us on TikTok as @JugglerBastard Podcast. And you can find us on YouTube as Maniacal Music Musings. Just Google the name. And remember to like, hit that bell if you're on Spotify to get notified when we release new episodes and specials. And if you're on YouTube, be sure to hit the subscribe and like button there as well. Thank you, and we will see you all next time. It's been a fun show, just your 2 musers and 3 CDs. A 5-way of sorts, if you will.
Swollen belly's gonna make y'all stop. Take a minute and remember who takes the top. The critics and the cynics, your time is up. Just admit it and rewind it when this rhyme is up. It's hot. Swollen belly's gonna make y'all stop. Take a minute and remember who takes the top. The critics and the cynics, your time is up. Just admit it and rewind it when this rhyme is up. It's hot.
Perfected but not invented. Rhymes from the ego-driven, self-centered. Entered the fast lane and never got dented. Life in a flash, hot rods and cash. 3 of my favorites, 4 of us made this. More hits in the majors, up from the minors. Bust from the top, duck cops and sirens. Fresh out the shop, popping and styling.
Mad chops, wildin', non-identical. The cynical's medical condition is critical. Unforgettable, swollen members beautiful. Language unsuitable, tension and tonic. Raps harmonic, track got mocha on it. Independent with a different perspective. Select effective, next hit or exit. The younger, the restless, boom, you'll inject it.
Swollen belly's gonna make y'all stop. Take a minute and remember who takes the top. The critics and the cynics, your time is up. Just admit it and rewind it when this rhyme is up. It's hot. Swollen belly's gonna make y'all stop. Take a minute and remember who takes the top. The critics and the cynics, your time is up. Just admit it and rewind it when this rhyme is up. It's hot. Y'all ain't got it, so don't even think about it. Cause I doubt if you know the time. Swollen members, mocha only gonna take the shine. If you think of it, you only better press rewind. You can bump it in your Sony, repossess your mind. If you're frontin', you can blow me, you be pressed to find someone else who's about what it takes to climb. Whenever battle acts, warriors come out to play. You can bet we're gonna do it in 1,000 ways. Ain't no sweating, nothing to it, we resuscitate. Members only rock the motherfucking debate. It's hot.
How many albums bought and sold? Triple ghetto gold, rocked and rolled. Sound, mixed and mastered. Stick with the program, get paid after. TV shows, zines and mags. Positive feedback, jeans still sag. Hair still knots, prevail gets props. The same as always, rising to the top.
With the swarm of exciting fighting form, we invite criticism. Rhymes shine like prisms, spit flames we see in 3D vision. Even my people play CD in prison. Bad decision, fatal error. Get scars from bars of barbaric terror. We own label, never get dropped. Now the crew combined and we can't be stopped.
Swollen belly's gonna make y'all stop. Take a minute and remember who takes the top.